No work, no school, and no shopping.
Activists calling today the day of truth and freedom.
From the beginning of when this issue started escalating here in Minneapolis, all of us here know how we feel about the matter and have been very vocal that we are against ICE and we are against them being in our spaces, and we're against the, sanctioned violence.
Organizers are calling for a general strike to protest. This is coffee shop Pillar Forum. They say they won't sell anything today, but the doors will be open to give people a place to come in from the cold. There is a rally, as we mentioned, at a march planned for this afternoon.
While in Minneapolis, Vice President JD Vance said the immigration crackdown would be less chaotic if there was more cooperation from state and local authorities.
We can do a good job of enforcing our immigration laws without the chaos, but it actually requires the cooperation of state and local officials.
The vice president accused the mayor and local officials of leaving federal agents to be assaulted by demonstrators. A spokesperson for the Minneapolis Police Department says the department has a full-time position dedicated to processing 911 calls related to ICE activity. Each incident is evaluated to determine if its response is necessary. They add the presence of protesters is not sufficient reason for MPD to respond. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry said he agreed with the VP's call for cooperation, but said this is not the way to do it.
In Minneapolis, we want to solve crime. We want to arrest murderers. Let's do it. Let's work together to drive down crime. Again, this is not that. We have had relationships with a number of federal administrations to successfully drive down crime. What we are seeing is this is more about political retaliation. This is more about tragically terrorizing people than it is about safety, than it is even about immigration.
Governor Tim Walz also weighed in part, saying, quote, "We don't need 3,000 ICE agents in our streets. Partner with state on targeted enforcement of violent offenders instead of random aggressive confrontation."
ICE out! ICE out! ICE out!
This morning, we were waiting to learn if 3 people involved in this St. Paul church protest will be released from jail. They're facing federal charges. This after storming into City's Church on Sunday to confront the pastor who also leads ICE operations in St. Paul. The U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi promised to charge the protesters and was in Minneapolis this week. Community advocate and civil rights attorney Nikema Levy-Armstrong and St. Paul School Board member Chantal Allen were among those who were arrested. They are accused of obstructing people's right to worship. WCCO obtained this arrest warrant. It shows one charge that was crossed out by a judge who added the words "no probable cause." Defense attorneys argue the prosecution is not legitimate.
This is the government taking away our right to free speech. That's right. This is fascism right at work right now.
So the White House then posted what appears to be an altered image of Levy-Armstrong's arrest to make her look like she's crying. Defense attorneys say they do expect Allen and Levy-Armstrong to be released from custody today. They are currently being held at the Sherburne County Jail. And you can count on us here to bring you updates on the federal crackdown on air, streaming, and online.